Washington, D.C. is on fire. A veteran FBI whistleblower, a Democrat, a man who spent over a decade deep inside the House Intelligence Committee, has just dropped a bomb that's so big it could end Adam Schiff's political career once and for all. Now, according to some newly declassified documents that Kash Patel himself fought to bring to light, this whistleblower says Adam Schiff personally approved leaking classified information, not to protect America, of course, but to smear Donald J. Trump during the Russiagate hoax. Now, members of Congress, including some who have stayed silent for years, members of Congress are calling for Adam Schiff's immediate resignation. And the Trump administration, well, they're not pulling any punches here, guys. The FBI director is saying on record that certain officials weaponized intelligence and law enforcement for political gain, and that the time for accountability has finally come. But Adam Schiff, he's not going quietly. His team's calling this absolutely false, blaming Kash Patel and trying to spin this into like a distraction from the Epstein file scandal. Well, the stakes monumental. If this whistleblower is telling the truth, we could be looking at one of the most serious breaches of classified trust in modern political history. So here's a question that will absolutely divide this country. Should Adam Schiff resign now on principle, or should he or dig in and fight, hoping political protection will shield him? Drop me your response down below, guys. Should Adam Schiff resign right now, or should he dig in and fight? Now, stick with me, because in the next couple of minutes, I want to break down a few very important breaking news updates, the whistleblower's stunning background, and why this really changes everything. The exact words from the FBI director that Adam Schiff doesn't want you to hear, and the explosive political chess game that could decide whether Adam Schiff walks out of Congress or walks out of a courtroom. And trust me, guys, by the time you hear what President Trump's team is planning to do next, you're going to understand exactly why we're calling this It's Over. Now, if you appreciate the news updates, please hit the like button and subscribe. I really appreciate your support, guys. So it's the morning of, it's the morning of August 13th, 2025. And before most people even poured their first cup of coffee, the headlines hit like a thunderclap. An FBI whistleblower, not some outsider, not a partisan hitman, but a Democrat, a career intelligence officer, has accused Senator Adam Schiff of one of the most explosive breaches of trust in recent political history. This whistleblower isn't hiding behind anonymous sources. His warnings to the FBI date all the way back, I'm talking years, accusing Schiff of personally approving the leak of classified information during the height of Trump's Russiagate firestorm. Oh, yeah. Let's be clear, guys. This is not just a political squabble over some messaging. We're talking about classified intelligence, the kind that's supposed to be safeguarded from exactly this kind of political weaponization that we're talking about right here, guys. The fallout was immediately. The Trump administration wasted no time labeling these allegations credible and deeply concerning. Behind closed doors, I'm told the White House has already begun coordination with the DOJ and congressional leaders on the next moves. So the question is, will this be the knockout punch, or is it just the first round of a bare knuckle political brawl on our hands? So in just a second, I want to reveal the whistleblower's identity profile, his shocking history with Schiff, and the alleged motive that turns this from scandal into a potential career ender, so to speak. So who is this insider willing to put his career and possibly his safety on the line? Well, according to declassified FBI documents, this whistleblower is a career intelligence officer who spent more than a decade working for Democrats on the House Intelligence Committee. That's right, guys. He was part of Schiff's political family in 2017. He says he went to the FBI repeatedly warning them that Congressman Adam Schiff had approved leaking classified information. Now, the goal here, according to the whistleblower, wasn't national security. It was just to smear Donald J. Trump in the middle of the Russiagate saga. And so here's really where this gets even darker. The whistleblower claims Schiff was furious after Hillary Clinton's loss in 2016, furious because he believed he would have been appointed CIA director if Clinton had won. Now, that personal frustration right there, the whistleblower alleges fueled the decision to weaponize classified intel for political revenge. Wow. So that's why he's pissed off, allegedly, right? So think about that for a second. Not just a political attack, but one allegedly rooted in personal ambition and resentment. So if this is true, it doesn't just make this a scandal, it makes it a betrayal from within the very committee entrusted to protect America's secrets. So, of course, we need to dig into the FBI director's own words on how intelligence has been weaponized and what the Trump administration is now saying that they're about to do about it. So this is really where the pressure on Schiff begins to explode into the open. Now, if you've ever heard Medicare costs are rising, you're right. But there is a trick. There is a way to fight back, and I've partnered with Chapter to help you pull this off, okay? It's very easy, but most people don't even know about how simple it is or what to do. So I want to share something with you. Julie from Kansas, she was being overcharged just to see her doctor right up until Chapter fixed her plan, saving her $400 a year. 84 years old Ed, he left a message saying that they cut $684 a year from his bills. That's amazing. Can I see a show of hands? How many people would love to find out that they're saving $684 a year? Yeah, sign me up for that twice, right? So they didn't wait until the increases hit them. They acted before that. And that is the key, guys. You have to act right now. So give our friends at Chapter a call right now. It's totally free, number one, and you have everything to gain. So phone numbers down below, 909-563-8279, or visit them on the web at askchapter.org/Ron in order to protect yourself from next year's Medicare hikes, which are almost certain to come. Also, don't be selfish. Look out for your neighbor. Look out for your parents, your friends at church. Share the phone number with them and tell them to call immediately before it's too late. Again, Chapter's doing this for free for my community. So not long after the whistleblower's allegations surfaced, the FBI director himself stepped to the microphone, and what he said should really send shivers down the spine of every American. For years, he warned certain officials use their positions to selectively leak classified information to shape political narratives. Now, it was done with one purpose: to weaponize intelligence and law enforcement for political gain. So those abuses, they eroded public trust in our institutions. The FBI will lead the charge with our partners at DOJ, and Congress will have the chance to uncover how political power may have been weaponized and to restore credibility. Now, this is no small statement, guys. This is the FBI director under President Trump's administration putting the establishment on notice. And let's be honest, if that sentence applies to Adam Schiff, I mean, we're talking about an official who didn't just bend the rules, he absolutely detonated them. And the Trump administration, the Trump DOJ, is already signaling that they're going to follow the evidence wherever it leads. And so here's the part where Schiff's camp just cannot ignore. When the nation's top law enforcement agency pledges to lead the charge, political cover only lasts so long before the subpoenas start flying left and right. And speaking of pressure, wait until you hear which members of Congress are stepping up and saying Schiff has to go right now. Now, I want to know what you guys think about this. Does Schiff need to step down? Does he need to resign now? Well, the first shot came from Iowa Congresswoman Marianne Miller Meeks, and it was blunt. Adam Schiff must resign immediately. She called the allegations a serious breach of national trust and said that leaking classified information to score political points is unforgivable. For anyone holding public office, let alone someone with Schiff's clearance, security clearance, and she's not alone. Other lawmakers, some who have stayed quiet about Schiff for years, they're now saying the same thing. The trust is broken. The damage is done, and resignation is the only path forward. But here's where the split begins. Some members believe Adam Schiff could be or should be forced to testify first, that resignation now would look like an admission of guilt. Others are seeing no point in letting him stay another day. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you think if Adam Schiff were to quit and walk out and resign now, that he would be admitting guilt or not? Anyway, so one side saying resign now, save what's left of the institution's credibility. But the other side is saying, hey, no, stay. Adam Schiff needs to stay. He needs to fight this out and gamble that politics can protect you. All I'm going to say is this. Every hour Schiff refuses to step down, the tension ratchets higher and the calls for his removal grow louder. But Schiff isn't taking this lying down. No. I want to show you guys how he's firing back, why he's pointing fingers at Kash Patel, and the one defense line that could either save him or it could blow up in his face. So if you thought Adam Schiff was going to take these allegations in silence, think again, guys. Within hours, his spokesperson fired off this scathing statement calling the whistleblower's claims absolutely false, calling them a liar, and branding them as nothing more than the latest smear campaign orchestrated by Kash Patel. Now, I don't know about you, but Kash Patel, he's been pretty reliable lately. Drop a Kash Patel in the comments down below if you believe what Kash Patel is saying about the situation here. But he didn't stop there. Adam Schiff's camp says that this is all a distraction. It's a calculated effort by Trump's allies to divert attention from the Epstein scandal. Well, they even tried to undercut the whistleblower's credibility, calling him a disgruntled former staff who was fired from the House Intelligence Committee for cause back in early 2017. Now, of course, it's classic Washington counterpunching, deny the allegations outright, attack the messenger, shift the narrative to a different scandal. That's typical playbook, right? So here's the danger in this approach. The more Adam Schiff leans on it's just political theater, the more it feeds the perception that he's dodging the real question. Did you or did you not approve leaking classified information? And as pretty much every political veteran knows, when the question is that simple, it doesn't go away until it's answered. And so while Schiff deflects, the Trump administration is seizing the moment right now, framing this as proof of everything that they've warned the American people about for years. Caroline Leavitt, President Trump's press secretary, she did not mince words. So Caroline Leavitt, standing at the White House podium, she called the whistleblower report a bombshell and demanded that the media, cover it with the same intensity that they did when unproven allegations were hurled at Trump. She hammered the double standard, pointing out that if these allegations were against the president or his cabinet, they would dominate every headline in America. But because it's Adam Schiff, suddenly the coverage is muted. Wow. So Leavitt's message was very clear. This isn't just about Adam Schiff. It's about restoring trust in America's institutions. And in President Trump's America, that means transparency, accountability, and making sure no politician is above the law. And she tied it directly to the president's broader mission, cleaning up the Constitution, cleaning up the corruption that essentially has plagued Washington for decades, and made it clear that the administration would back any move by Congress in order to get to the truth. So, guys, here's the kicker, right? So Caroline Leavitt, she hinted that more revelations could be on the way and that Schiff might not be the only name on those files. Now, we're going to look at what happens next, the investigations, the subpoenas, and the very real possibility of Adam Schiff facing public testimony under oath. The stakes are about to get even higher. Now, behind the scenes on Capitol Hill, the wheels are already turning. Judiciary and Oversight Committee members, they're drafting plans to bring Adam Schiff in for public testimony. But the idea behind it, put him under oath in front of cameras and force him to answer the question that the entire country is asking. But there's a catch. If Schiff refuses, the committees are prepared to issue subpoenas. And the chatter in the corridors of power suggests that Congress may go even further than that, opening formal ethics proceedings or even referring the matter for criminal investigation if the evidence holds. Now, here's the real tension point here, guys. Would Schiff actually risk testifying under oath, knowing that the whistleblower statement and the FBI director's words are now on the record? Or will his political allies rally to shield him, betting that they can kind of outlast the news cycle? Well, One thing is certain: the Trump administration's DOJ isn't in the business of letting these things quietly fade. And once the subpoenas drop, the process will take on a life of its own. But this isn't just about one guy here, guys. So in a second, I want to kind of like open up the bigger picture here. What does this really mean for the country, and why the battle over Adam Schiff could be the test case for whether Washington can ever truly clean itself up? Now, if the whistleblower's account is true, this isn't just about another political scandal. It is proof that intelligence, the most sensitive information that our government holds, can be twisted into a political weapon by the very people who are sworn to protect it. I mean, just listen to Caroline Leavitt. She broke it down pretty plainly earlier. Now, here's where the divide really hits home. On one side, you got President Trump's strategic push to restore the rule of law, not as a talking point, but as an active, aggressive campaign to purge corruption from America's institution. Now, on the other side, you have the entrenched networks in Washington, D.C. that have been protecting their own for decades, regardless of party. Now, this fight forces every American to answer a very simple question. Do you believe our institutions can be cleaned up, or do you believe that the game is permanently rigged? Now, if Adam Schiff walks away unscathed, the message to every insider in Washington, D.C. will be crystal clear. Political protection still trumps the truth. Plain and simple. But if he's held accountable, it could mark a turning point, proof that even the most entrenched figures can face consequences when the facts come to light. So, and this brings us to the final showdown here, guys. Will Adam Schiff bow to the pressure and step down, or will this become the battle that defines the future of Washington, D.C. as we know it? So here we are. The evidence is on the table. The whistleblower is on record. The FBI director has called out the weaponization of intelligence, and members of Congress are openly demanding Adam Schiff's immediate resignation. So the pressure it's like nothing that Schiff has ever faced before, but the choice is his. If he resigns now, it will be seen by some as an admission of guilt, and it'll be seen as others as the only honorable way to preserve what's left of the institution's credibility. But if he refuses and he digs in, he's betting everything on political protection, a bet that's getting riskier by the day, with subpoenas looming and a Trump administration committed to seeing this thing through. So in Trump's America, no one is supposed to be above the law, not even the people who've spent years in the highest echelons of power. And make no mistake, this is bigger than Schiff. This is really about whether Washington's old guard can still protect its own, or whether the era of accountability has truly arrived. So I'm going to leave you with this. Is it over for Adam Schiff, or is this just the beginning of the fight that will decide whether the swamp survives another decade? Because one thing is for certain: the American people were watching. The Trump administration is moving, and the clock on Adam Schiff's political career is ticking. And if you thought you just heard what you just heard today was explosive, YouTube thinks that you're going to love the next video that just popped up on your screen right now. Click that video, because it takes what we've just uncovered and it pushes this story even further. I'll see you on the other side.